Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? It's your girl here, Ida Marie. Welcome to the channel. Now, I will tell you this. I'm going to give you a warning. Okay? Right now. If you are a person who love your culture and don't want to see the flaws that one person in your culture makes, please leave the channel. You do not need to hear this. You don't need to be here. Nobody is shaming you down to the computer to watch me, or on your cell phone, tablet, however you're looking at me, to sit down and watch this video. I'm not going to sugarcoat this to make this sound good for you, but recently I've been trying to figure out what in the world is going on with Jessie. Why is it that a lot of people don't like her song Who Dat Be, and why are people not feeling her song? Well, I won't say people, but certain races of people that are not feeling her song with Jay Park. What's that song called? The Drip. A lot of people were trying to attack Jay Park in that song too, but I'm gonna tell you where I think you really can't attack him too much. And I'm not saying it because I do like Jay Park. I do. But you can't really attack him too much, and I'm going to give you an example if you watch the whole video, because a lot of people, you guys watch half of the video and then you like, oh man, let me type some madness. Please listen to the whole video. If I notice that you're typing just to curse me out or just to talk trash to me, you're getting deleted, okay?
Say what?
Possibly banned.
Say what?
Just giving you a warning, okay? I'm going to give you the definition of social media, because I think a lot of people misunderstand, a lot of people on YouTube, and this is not us trying to change people's ideas, but YouTube is a part of social media. Can we say that, right? Okay. I'm gonna give you the definition of social media, and you'll see why as I'm going on with my conversation. You'll get where I'm going at. Websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or to participate in a social networking. That is what we're doing right now. That is what you're doing here right now. You're literally looking at something that I'm sharing with you. So that's all it is. It's just a thought. It's just opinion. Please don't take it personal, which probably you will take it personal. So whatever. So first thing first, I hate saying this word. I hate saying this word. But let's go ahead and read the definition of this word. I really do hate it, but this is the only way I can start off with this whole video. This is the only way I can start it. It says, it's the act of adopting elements of an outside, often minority culture, including knowledge, practice, and symbols, without understanding or respecting the original culture and context. Yeah, look up those words. Look up social media and culture. I think it's, if I pronounce it right, appropriation. I might have pronounced it wrong, whatever. Look up social media and culture operation. Look up that word. I don't regularly use that word. I normally use other words, but this is what's been going on, and if you tie all this in towards the end of the video, you see what I'm talking about. Okay, so going back to Jessie, a lot of people were looking. They did reaction videos to Jessie video, Who Dat Be, and then I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I was one of those people. I really did like Down. I thought Down was absolutely beautiful. I like how the way she had an island music, and she also brought an island man in or whatever into the video, and she was dancing, loving on him, showing respect back to the culture or whatever the island music came from. Okay, when it got to Who Dat Be, I kind of noticed that the lyrics were like basically talking trash. It was more hood. It was more gangsta. I don't know if people understand where hood and gangsta came from, but that came from out of the projects. Now, she's from New York, right? New York City.
When I saw her, I'm like, yo, this is so funny. Like, it's kind of very similar. I get how you guys say, like, a lot of people say you guys are very similar. It's just because a lot of people from New York are like that. They're very outspoken. They're very aggressive. They have a voice. They're not scared of anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, my girls from New York, they're all the same. 내 친구들도 미국에 있는 뉴욕에 있는 친구들 다 똑같아요. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just how our presence is. That's just how we are.
All right, can we please talk about New Yorkers for a minute? Okay, so I don't know if you guys know this, but New York is cut out to be a stereotype, a huge stereotype, whereas they are known for being rude, they are known for being aggressive. This is how people paint people that comes from New York. There was an article, New York Post, that came out last year, 2019, December 24th, 2019, and it was like, F off, New Yorkers react to being named the rudest city in America. They don't believe that they're the rudest city in America. And also, it brought out in the article that some people who actually visit New York, they didn't felt like New York was rude at all. They felt like that's just a stereotype. I can say this, yes, there are some people who come from New York rude, but not all of them. Not everybody is aggressive. The majority of the friends that I have met down in Florida, because I did a Disney college program with Disney World, I met a lot of New Yorkers, and the majority of them were really nice. Weren't aggressive at all. You know, there's nothing wrong with speaking your mind. I feel like people, when they say aggressive and rude, I think they mix it up with speaking their mind. And I hate to say this, but this is what people think of black women. When black women speak their mind and they have a strong opinion, they're known as the angry black woman automatically, because they have a strong opinion. So this is where people get the stereotypes of New York, that, oh, because they speak out against things, oh, they're too aggressive. No, there's nothing wrong with speaking your mind. So this is where she's trying to say that everybody act like this in New York. No, they don't. No, it's not true. Not true at all.
People keep saying that you trying to be black. I don't know how that's possible. Stop saying that I'm blackfishing, because y'all just trying to find a reason to hate on a person. I never even knew what that meant. And I asked a million people what that meant, and nobody knew. So stop saying that I'm blackfishing, because all of a sudden, if you look through all my photos since I was like a child, not a child, since I was like maybe 16, 17, I love the sun. I never knew that enjoying the sun and going on vacation and putting on tanning oil and being tan, liking to have some vitamin C and D, is a bad thing. I didn't know that was blackfishing. You know what I mean? Which is weird, because like a lot of people keep saying that, and it's just like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut up. How can I try to make myself look black? It's like, it's okay. Anyways, I don't even want to get into this. I'm just trying to just let you guys know. No. And first of all, let me just say one thing. I am actually 31. I'm turning 31. I asked about, I'm not going to lie, 30 people that are about my age, and they had no idea what that meant. And I had to Google it. And I was like, huh?
So I will say this about Jessie. She has been the same skin tone, but allegedly what people are saying that is she has darkened her skin tone. But I have found out that she pretty much hasn't been really light like that. I've tried to look for pictures. I just keep seeing her as the same skin tone. But allegedly people are saying that her skin tone is way darker than it was before. Now, also keep in mind, blackfishing is not just a skin tone thing. What goes with it too is how the way you speak, it's how the way you walk, it's how the way you carry yourself around certain people at certain time. Now, I don't know if y'all heard about the Ariana Grande thing, where now her skin tone really did tell it, because when she was on Nickelodeon, she was light skinned, but when she went, as over the years, when she got closer and closer to hip hop, her skin darkened really bad. So that means she started darkening her skin more. And a lot of people were saying, oh no, well, she's Italian, and Italians comes in different shade. But okay, so I'm guessing she doesn't come out during the summertime. I don't know, but it just seems kind of odd and funny with her, because allegedly people were saying that too about her as well, saying that she was blackfishing. And also, look at her music video. She has black girls twerking in the background. All of that mess. She tries to act like she's hood. So that's blackfishing. It's not just a skin thing. It's also how the way you are carrying yourself in the videos. And you know, I'm not a huge fan of Taylor Swift, but Taylor Swift never tried to darken her skin. She doesn't be sitting in the background having a whole bunch of people trying to twerk. I mean, yeah, she has made a video about Shake It Off, but that was just talking about how the media was, you know, whatever. That was a different type of video. But you don't see her trying to be hood. When she tries to be hood, she jokes at herself. She you know, she makes fun of herself for being that.
What? I knit sweaters, yo. What? Don't test me. Hey, hold on. I didn't even say anything. I said yo.
Yep.
You guys bleeped me and I didn't even say anything. I didn't even swear.
She didn't even swear.
Hello?
But Taylor Swift is a very good example of that. She doesn't blackfish at all. So she doesn't try to carry, like I said, she doesn't try to carry herself like a black person. She doesn't try to speak hood. She doesn't try to do any of that stuff. And she doesn't sit here and say, well, I'm from such and such, and this is why I carry myself like that, or I've been around other people and I pick it up, and we all act like this. And this is what Jessie is trying to say, and this is what a lot, not just Jessie and K-pop, but a lot of artists are beginning to say this, like, oh, well, I'm from this place, and I'm over here, and we're from this area, and we all speak hood, and we all speak, like aggressive, and we all like them. No, not everybody who comes from that area is gonna act like that. And after I saw this video, I was pushing, and I was hoping that Jessie would open her mouth and say, oh, this is what blackfishing is. She never once explained what blackfishing is. She never went to a T as to what it is. I probably might say it already what it is, but I wanted to talk mostly right now about blackface. If you don't know what blackface was, according to history.com, how the history of blackface is rooted in racism. Blackface began in the U.S. after the Civil War, as white performers played characters that demean and dehumanize African Americans. And also a reporter, I'm also going to put a link below about these two articles, but the one I want you really to hear about, from blackface to blackfishing, I want you guys to listen to that, or take the time to look up blackface to blackfishing. This is not something to laugh about. This is not something to kid about. You need to educate your, if you are an artist like Jessie, you need to stop sugarcoating it. You need to really sit down and explain what is blackfishing. She did not explain it, but it's literally when you are tanning to the point where you look real dark. You do things to your lips, you do things to your butt, your breasts. Yeah, I know you might say, well, a lot of girls do that. And guess what? A lot of girls get called blackfishing a lot. A lot of other races too get called this as well. There was a young lady that was down in the comment area, and she was saying that hip hop is Korean culture. I'm gonna need for you guys to do your research on hip hop. Hip hop is music and a culture movement. Okay, so let me give you some history on hip hop, and you can actually type this in on how hip hop was created. But this is something that every race needs to read, and especially I'm noticing the Asians that really do love K-pop. You need to educate yourself about hip hop. Okay. For me to see that somebody says, oh, hip hop is Korean culture, that is not Korean culture. Okay, I don't know nothing about Korean culture, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I know what hip hop is. It says hip hop refers to a complex culture comprising 4 elements, and it tells you what it is: DJing, turntabling, rapping, also known as MCing or rhyming, graffiti painting, garf writing, b-boying, which is like hip hop dancing style, attitude, along with the sort of body language, etc., etc. It goes on. But it says hip hop originated in the predominantly African American, economically depressed South Bronx section of New York in the late 1970s. Okay, this is how hip hop came about. Then that came from white culture, because that's basically what this young lady was talking about in this comment area. She was trying to say that black people got their culture from white people. What? Who does that? Where did you get that information from? Honey, my ancestors came from Africa, honey. If anybody gonna be influenced, I'm gonna be influenced by Africa, not by no white people. So please educate yourselves on hip hop, African history, and black culture. This is very important. This is where the confusion is coming in at. This is why people are not educated on blackface. This is why people are not educated on blackfishing, because they don't know how it started. Please educate yourselves before you open your mouth, because I'm telling you, you're going to get slapped in the face with history, and you're going to be like, oh my God. And you're going to be like, that's all I can say. She doesn't even know where hip hop came from. And I just said that originally hip hop came from the black community. So a lot of Asians don't know that it came from the black community. But that's where I got my information about that too. I am going to bookmark that too as well, so I can save that later, so I can put that down too. And y'all gonna have a lot of research to do. It was a movement for black people, how depressed we were, how we were defending our rights as a black people to be known widely and to be respected widely in America. And here this girl is saying that our culture is from white people culture. I was so upset. I was so angry at this. I was more angry at this because this is why Jessie needs to open her mouth, and she needs to explain to her people what blackfishing is and what is hip hop and where did it originated from. Stop sitting here trying to own something that does not belong to you. You cannot put Korean culture before hip hop. You cannot call it Korean culture. Hip hop does not belong to you. You guys did not. I'm clearly reading this from a freaking website, and I will be leaving this stuff in the description so you guys can read it for yourself, because this right here shows me that people are not educated on hip hop and don't know where it comes from. So if you are sitting here rapping and you are sitting here trying to tan your skin and trying to get your booty bigger and trying to get your lips bigger, you can call whatever you want, but you're trying to carry yourself what as a black person? Allegedly, we have to speak like that. Fair use here, people. I'm just sitting here saying, I'm saying these words because a lot of you guys like to go twist up what other vloggers say and say, oh, well, she said this. I'm saying allegedly, but you read it yourself. You guys got all this proof. Go look up all these words and see where it goes back to. Okay, so I finally found the article on Jay Park. So it talks about Jay Park defends artists with dreads after accusations of cultural appropriation. He said, let's start off with the first. We're just gonna read his post on, I think this is Twitter or Instagram. It says Jay Park right there, so I let you know. Like every time I twist my hair into spikes with gel, y'all say the same ish because y'all think it looks like dreads. To be honest, getting pretty ridiculous. I can't style my hair. Then he goes, yo, feeling somebody's music is personal opinion, but hating on somebody's cause their hairstyle, I'm sorry, but that ain't it. Jay Park and Avatar Darko never disrespect the culture and always gives back. That's like saying a non-Asian person shouldn't use Korean words and shouldn't listen to K-pop because they didn't go through all the suffering Korean people went through. If you don't know, look the ish up. It's 2019. Everyone culture, every ethnicity influence each other, and as long as we not disrespecting each other, it's all love and nothing else. If I sound like a dumb A because of this comment, I guess I'm a dumb A. I'm just reading him what he's saying. It's kind of hard to read it. It says, let's not argue over dumb ish. There are real problems out there much more serious than how you wear your hair. If you want to focus on something, or go focus on that. We're just trying to put on for the city and our people while doing that what we love. If you don't like it, that's cool. Much love to all the fans. Then he says, so it's okay for non-Asian people to use the word appa and selka and mukbang, but have never lived in Korea and don't even know the culture. Is that culture appropriation? Or is it just showing love and being on interest or passionate about something? Please educate me. Now see that comment, I'm a little, that's when that was a little disrespectful, because me personally, I don't know what the hell is appa. I don't know selka. I've heard of these words. I don't do mukbangs. I don't do any of that. But this was the part that kind of like pissing me off. It says, how about people that aren't Korean that do mukbang or K-pop reaction vids to gain followers or views, or people that want to be part of fandom because they just want to be accepted or part of something? Is that appropriating? I think some people can take offense to it, or some people could look at it as, oh, they are just fans and they want to be part of the culture. As long as it's not disrespectful, I see no reason why not. If you don't know how they grew up or what they are about, I don't think you should be so quick to judge just because of one's hair. So I thought that was a little odd, because I'm like, I do a lot of reaction videos to anybody. So I don't know what he meant by that. Like, people who trying to do reaction videos to K-pop vids. I just like the video and I'm just sharing it with you guys. But I thought that was a little too far, because I think we were talking about dreads, and we were talking about, and as you know earlier, I was talking about stealing things from one culture and owning it. So that's when he went further into people doing mukbangs, which I don't do mukbangs. I don't do Korean makeup. I don't do any of that stuff, because to me, I feel out of place doing that stuff. That's just not me. But that's just my opinion, on this matter. But let's go ahead and see what he says. So here is the apologies that start coming in. In no way was I telling anybody not to listen to a certain type of music or do things from a certain culture, because in no way do I speak for everyone in that culture. So who I am to say? I was just trying to give examples so people could understand perspectives, but I feel there is. And then I don't know what he cut off, and it says, no talking to the internet. Some people have valid points, but most were just trying to ridicule and hate. Also, I think it's beautiful that culture influence each other and inspire each other. If you would follow my career, my music video is to the artists I sign. Okay, I probably have the most diversity around me, more than anyone else in the Korean music industry. It's not just to look cool. I've probably been the most vocal about social issues as well, made it very clear where I stand. And he has talked about that in the past, about how Korea is very different. If you don't know that, go look up the videos. They're all on YouTube. I actually did a reaction video to that, because I thought that was very important, that people need to know from his perspective of how Korea is, because he is Korean, and what he went through when he went over there to Korea. So that's a video I'm gonna put, probably towards the end of this video, so you can check that out for yourself. As an Asian male, being considered not cool, not masculine, feminine, chinky eyes, short, fragile looking, being called Bruce Lee, or saying I look like a girl by non-Asian people, most my life, sometimes even till this day, although it's not the same at all, I'm not. So basically, he did apologize or whatever. I know in another article, I will show you, he did apologize for this, because he had to came back and talk about this, because and he had to come back and clear up the to clear up this trauma. And I'm just giving you guys an example. This is not a small issue. This is a really big thing. Culture, when we take things from each other, culture, we got to show respect to each other. And I just feel that when it comes to Black culture, nobody cares about it. They just talk trash about it. But just like how he can, uphold his culture, I can do the same thing as well. But also he's saying, he has and always have said that you have to show respect to each other's culture. And that's basically what he was saying in his apologies, because if you hear before, he was going at it. I was like, oh my God, like, really, Jay Park, really? But towards the end, he did came back and apologize for that. So let's talk about this artist. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I saw her music video. She basically was, okay, how I say it? She basically got dance lessons from a black woman. Yes. And this artist, pronounce her name, sorry. But she brought her over here, wherever she was at, making this they made the music video together. She put this black woman that did her choreography in the video with her. That is what you call showing respect. Remember that word. See, you're not paying attention. Remember that word. Remember what it said? It says, where was it? It says, often minority cultures, including knowledge, practice, symbols, and this is the key word, without understanding or respecting. Right there, that word that starts with the R. Look at it. That's underneath. That's the definition, okay? Of cultural appropriation. That is the definition. That is a part of it. So she showed respect by bringing black people, which a black woman, into her video. Jessie is not doing that. Now, you might say, well, Jay Park has actually brought black people in his videos. He has actually brought black people in his videos. So that shows respect. Anytime when you have a culture, let me give you an example. Let me give you another example. If it's not clicking in your head. I think their name is it Mamamoo? They did a song where it had like a Spanish feeling to it. It's like a Spanish guitarist playing in the background. I believe the man in the background is a Latino that's playing the guitar. That shows respect. A lot of the K-pop stars are not doing that. These are just a few K-pop stars that are showing respect back to black people culture. I want you guys to look up these words. Please look up these words before you come on my channel. I'm actually going to put a description of these of these articles so you guys can read for yourself. You know, what is Blackfishing, culture appropriation. Also look up the word social media. These words are very important because I think a lot of people, when they come on YouTube and they see people like me vlog, they're like, you have no business talking about this. You just hate Jessie, and you want to look like her. You want to be like her and all that other stuff. But it's not me trying to look like her, right? Okay. But anyway, let me know what you think down below. Please use your words wisely. Choose them very wisely. I'm not even playing. Like, don't play with me. Don't come at me. But let me know something else that other artists that you have seen that have done this, or other artists that who are K-pop stars. Tell me what you think. Like, tell me how the way they carry themselves. How do they show respect back to that other culture by using their music? And I'm just using Jessie as an example, but we gotta do something better than this. Like, we gotta talk about this in a rational way, and we gotta have a conversation like this, because I think a lot of people don't know what these words mean at all. Look them up. But let me know what you think down below in the comment area. I'm just gonna say this one thing. Y'all have a good one. Peace.